I recognize the sacredness, the value, and the equality of all persons. And the sacred task is to construct communities and cities that are humane, just, and compassionate. The product of humane, just, and compassionate cities are effective and available social services, extensive and accessible transportation services, and sufficiently resourced arts and recreational services. The public sector has a responsibility to make available, accessible, and properly resourced services. And so we're at a critical time in our city because the emphasis on an unrealistic, non-inflationary, non-growing approach to the city budget is of grave concern. There's a huge short-sightedness in reducing services that creates for an unraveling of the fabric of civic and civil society. And this is of grave concern. And no society and no city has ever benefited from an approach that actually widens the gap between wealthy and poor. In fact, that works against the benefit of the city in creating humane, just, and compassionate societies. So engagement in the public sector is a sacred value, and that we need to be engaged in the public sector and avoid this emphasis on privatization. People for a Better Ottawa are really emphasizing that tax freezes will create more harm, and they will not grow our city. The emphasis is also working on all levels of our government rather than the levels being isolated from one another. And so the engagement of our provincial and federal counterparts in this discussion is absolutely critical. And so we want to encourage, first of all, the grassroots for you to join us for a Better Ottawa through the website www.betterottawa. So grassroots needs to join us, and then we work at all levels of government to make sure that the public sector continues to build humane, just, and compassionate societies.
People for Better Ottawa launched our campaign today in the hopes that all Ottawans who share our values and share our concerns will go to the website and sign on to the open mission statement that we will be delivering to Council as we draw closer to the end of the budget consultation process. We want to ensure that our Council is hearing the voices of Ottawa residents about the need to build a caring, just, and inclusive city, a city that we can all be proud to call home. And it's going to be by hearing from Ottawa residents that we will be able to push not only Mayor Larry O'Brien, but every councillor that sits at that council table making the decision